Be prepared for highly offensive language from the start and throughout, and adult and sexual themes. So by the look of it, everyone is getting on absolutely royally. But I've got a feeling the Americans are about to tear up the palace. It's time for a bit on the side.
Slice of American pie, or good old British pie with a good old meaty filling. Depends on your persuasion. For the first time this series, the housemates have nominated... Oh, I have missed doing this. Right, let's get me... You put my stick on the floor!
Sorry, guys.
The housemates facing eviction this week are... Chloe and Stevie! Chris! Daniel! Farah! Janice! And Jenna! We are going to be dissecting all of the nominations in just a moment, and all of the arguments. And talking of arguments, she was the centre of many blows last summer. We're going to be linking live to Hollywood. I love a wink. I do. We're going to be linking live to Hollywood and talking to CBB alumni. Frenchie's on the line. We're going to be talking to her about the class of 2015. That is definitely not going to be missed. But now, giving us a slice of their uncensored thoughts at tonight's panel. So first up, he puts the triple X in sex. It's porn legend Ben Dover! And from sex to Essex, cue the double wave. It's Bobby Norris! Next up, she's the royal reporter trading HRH Queen Elizabeth II for CBB 15 Queen Janice of reality. It's the gorgeous Jenny Bond! And finally, keeping it real, it is the UK's favourite agony aunt, and she's definitely got a hidden naughty streak, I tell you that. Give it up for Denise Robertson! Now, listen, before we get on to discussing tonight's show, in honour of having the porn legend that is Ben Dover on the panel, we've worked out all of our panel's porn star names in the classic way, which is your first pet's name and the name of the first street you lived on. So you're going to be seeing them on the screen throughout the chat. It'll come up in their little strap. And for your information, mine is Maggie Green.
Whoa!
Hi, I'm Maggie Green. Best porn name ever, innit, Ben? What can I say? What can I say?
It's working.
Well, listen, Ben, I've got to come to you. You directed a film with Jenna, didn't you? So you've worked with Jenna before. It was called Smells Like Sex.
Yes, it was the first ever scratch and sniff porn movie.
Well, let me just ask, what was being scratched and sniffed?
We don't really need to go into that. OK, but the last, I should have brought it in. I've still got it.
Yeah,
the award I got for it. But anyway, it was basically, it's like a card similar to this, and it's got little things. And when you watch the movie, little numbers come up. So the... Oh, Bob, look, we got an R then, bless. So the first scene's in a pine forest, so the little number one comes up.
You scratch and you smell the forest.
The last one...
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Jenna was very much involved with that, shall we say.
What was it like working with Jenna? Because we're obviously seeing her as a housemate. You know her. What's she like to work with?
I'm still in therapy. She was an absolute nightmare of the highest water. It was one of the most unfortunate incidents in my 38-year career in the porn industry, is working with Jenna Jameson.
What is the Jenna that we're seeing in the house? Is this the Jenna you know?
Well, she's obviously the Jenna that, for some reason, I've known the girl for 25 years. I suddenly find out she's Jewish already.
Yeah, I know,
and disrespecting her religion. You've been a porn star for 20 years, love. Do you know what I mean? No one ever... I never noticed her banging on about religion when she's, you know, looking...
Anyway, Denise, let's come to you. You must be familiar with Jenna's work.
She's very familiar with mine.
I bet.
I'm just upset.
Why are you upset, darling?
Because I have found myself warming to Jenna a bit, and he's just destroyed it all.
Denise, hang on. Yeah, we've got your scratch and sniff card in the post. You're fine. You can play along at home. Jenny, let me come to you. You've been in the house today. We're going to be showing an exclusive clip of that as part of the task a bit later on in the show. But, Jen, what was it like in there?
It was very interesting, yeah. I had a good time meeting them face to face, and I was quite interested in their views, but I can't tell you any more than that.
Oh, she's a pro, she's a pro. Bob, what are you making of the series so far?
I'm addicted, right? I absolutely love it. From day 2, I was like, I'm loving life with this. I'm addicted. Roll on the 3 weeks.
And can I just say, what a legendary panel you've got tonight.
Oh.
I mean...
Love it. Living.
We're just lucky to be here, Bob.
Shit lucky, right?
We're lucky.
How come it's call you right? What's that about?
You can call me whatever you want, Ben. I'll tell you that now. Familiar with your work. Listen, let's get back to nominations. As I said, Chloe and Stevie, Chris, Daniel, Farah, Janice and Jenna are all up. So, Bob, let's come back to you. Are you surprised that these housemates are up?
I am. In particular, I was really surprised with Fat Man's noms, just because, looking at them, obviously, you don't know what it's like 24 hours a day now. I appreciate that. But as a viewer, I've not really seen Chris or Sherry be that offensive or, if anything, they're a bit too beige to even waste a nomination on. Do you know what I mean? I love a loose woman, mate.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Me too.
I'm
So
there.
does Ben,
I know
yeah.
you do, Ben, yeah. Flapping around, he loves it. But I think the loose women always do well in there. I've loved Carol, Colleen, they always smash it. So I hope we see more of Cherie
Start to
come
see
out.
a bit more of her.
I think give her a bottle of Venus Soul or a bottle of Blue Nun. She'll be loving life.
Other wines are available, you know
yeah.
the score. Well, listen, let's start with Clovey. A week in, I'm still trying to get that to catch on. They received 3 nominations altogether. So, Jenny, you've just been in there. I mean, what was the atmosphere like in there? You know, the nomination have happened. Can you see a bit of tension hotting up in there?
Well, they were all trying to be very polite about one another, I think.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to give the game away. And I think Stevie and Chloe actually got away quite lightly because, personally, I found them nauseating.
Oh,
I do. I'm sure they're absolutely charming, but, you know, just get a room, go and do it somewhere else. I don't know. It's too much for me. And the other nominations I thought were very, very predictable. I mean, it's quite clear that Farah is hugely disliked. I'm not quite sure why she's so disliked. I know she was outspoken at the beginning, but since then, I think she's just been rather a boring bitch, really, you know?
Jenny Bond. We've got Jenny Bond. Jenny Bond,
Love it.
you are all welcome. Well, listen, you've brought her up, so let's start talking about her. She's our self-proclaimed piranha. She received a whopping 8 nominations. Denise, she has been ruffling them feathers since night 1. What are you making of Farah? Like, are you surprised that she's up?
Well, to some extent, I agree with Jenny that she's not as bad as she was at the beginning. I don't dislike her as much as I dislike Daniel.
Oh!
Because he exudes contempt.
Well, we're going to be talking about Daniel in a minute, Denise. But Ben, are you surprised at how Farah's been acting in there over the last week?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. No, she's an objectionable young woman, but the whole sort of dynamic, if you will, at the moment is the Germans, the Americans. They're just, you know.
That's another show. Another show.
They're offended at everything. They're upset at everything. Do you know what I mean? Just crack on with it. Janny Stick. I mean, I didn't even realise Janny Stickers was. I thought it was Steven Tyler. You know what I mean? I was waiting for her to break into a couple of choruses of Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
I still got my job by the skin of my big old teeth from last night.
And also...
And we've got it all again.
And also... You know, I think the Americans they just don't understand what's going on because you look at Stevie. What's this whole Stevie and Chloe thing? I mean, he's just wandering around looking like a bemused spaniel. You know, no, because first of all, you can see it in his eyes. He's looking at this. She's quite fit, that Chloe, isn't she? You know what I mean?
Girl.
He's looking at her thinking, how did this happen? You know, he knows. No, seriously, he ain't been. He knows he's punching way above his weight. All right, and then he's thinking to himself, right, another couple of... How long is this going to last? Because he realises that he's going to have to get his CV together because he's going to be applying for a job at Screwfix as soon as he gets out. Right? No, I'm not being funny. And Janice, I mean, the thing about... Because they know all about plastic surgery, you know, but look in the mirror, Janice, it doesn't work yet. They need another 10 years to iron out the wrinkles, pun intended. Do you know what I mean?
Denise, what have you got to say, babes?
No, but it's not working, do you know what I mean? And Janice, she's the same age as me, Right, pulling right out. She's the same age as me. Stop trying to look fuckable in your 60s. It doesn't work.
Denise!
Have you never heard of the word compassion?
He'd be ringing in this morning on Friday. He'd be wanting to chat with you today. Oh. Right, listen,
I probably need some advice.
I think we all need a bit of advice. I think I've just got a P45 in here. Listen, let's move on to what I think is possibly one of the most surprising nominations, Daniel, because he's too loud. Denise, you started talking about Daniel.
I don't like him. I think that he feels unbelievably superior to everybody in there. Everything that's coming off him is, you little people. And I particularly noticed it when our royal family walked in. He sort of turned as much as they're ridiculous. I don't like him.
Yeah, when he did his nominations, I thought he thought he was giving a performance of his life. You know, he could have got an Oscar for that, I thought. He went on and on, drooling on. But we obviously haven't seen the side of him that other people have, because we haven't seen him being that loud-mouthed.
I mean, I didn't think his mic had a battery in it. I thought they forgot to mic this poor man. He's just walking around his house all week.
He feels above everybody. He doesn't need to talk.
He's gone in there and he's turned around himself and said, I'm not taking second place in this competition. I'm in there to win. So, do you think this is a game plan?
It is a game, and to be fair, I mean, he's...
hello, America.
Well, hello. But I mean, to be fair, he is an actual actor. I mean, not to be rude, but the other ones are reality people. I mean, to be fair, he has actually got paid to perform that people enjoy to see.
Well,
I mean,
Jenna,
no offense to you, but I'm just saying.
People very much enjoy
I'm not saying that he's not, pompous.
Keeps us in work, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, I mean, to be fair, I mean, he is an actor.
And he's going to give good show,
He's going to give I think we have not seen what he can give us. I can tell you
that. Get over America! Hello, girl. That was money we spent well on a ticket there, weren't it, Joe?
Yeah, give it up for America, but you couldn't be bothered to dress up, could you, love?
That's okay.
Don't take it.
You're on a night out, you could...
We will get him in.
You know what I mean?
Listen, let's move on to another American, the world's most famous porn star, Jenna Jameson. She received 3 nominations. Now, listen, Ben, we know you know Jenna, like, completely inside out.
Yeah, there's a lot more of her to know just right now at the moment.
Do you think... we've said this over the last couple of nights. She went in there and a lot of people judged her instantly, you know, porn actress. Then all of a sudden people went, hang on a minute, she's a really nice, normal girl, feet on the ground, down to earth. The last couple of days, we've seen it twist and, hell yeah, come out. Yeah. So what do you think? Is this the real Jenna that we're seeing now, do you think?
I think so, yeah. I mean, like I say, I only worked with her once and it was never going to get... But, you know, she's very competitive. You know, when I worked with this, the same sort of similar scenario, we did a movie with all, like, the top 5 different production companies in America, Wicked, Vivid, and all that. And so it was all the top starlets of the day. Yeah. And, of course, there's always going to be competition. Of course. There would be in any, but she just took it to a whole new level. So I think now she's at this point where she's confused because there's a lot of English people in there. Yeah, British. And, you know, she's confused at how she's going to come over. She's put on a lot of weight and she's got those tattoos, which... You know,
you're not a fan of.
So she's not who she was. None of us are in the porn business. But I think this is more her sort of attempt to realise that she's a bit of a pain. I think she's trying now to pull back a bit and try and be a bit nicer. But I don't think it's going to work. She's going to be out.
What do we think what Ben said? Do you think it's right?
No, I think he's absolutely
Oh, come on, America. Go on, you go.
I think he's absolutely right. I mean... she, in the United States, she's seen, I mean, she has a head that says that she is the most famous porn star in the United States, whether true or not, most downloadable. So I think she has a big head. I think she feels like she is it.
See what I mean? You slapped her off and she's agreeing with you now.
And I love your outfit, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I love it.
But you know
We'll say that.
You've put in a lot of personalities, American personalities, that are very similar.
Well, there's
and it becomes really difficult because all they're going to do, that's why they're fighting each other, because they want to vie for who's more important for the Americans.
There's one American personality that has just been on the tip of everyone's tongue, Janice. She received 4 nominations. Natasha and Daniel said that they don't like how she treats people. So, Bobs, I know you like a bit of Janice, but could you live with her?
This is the question.
2 different things.
2 different ball games, right? To watch, amazing. TV gold. Again, but what I thought when, you know, when the rumour mill churns out who's going into the house, the minute I heard it, I thought, she's got to go in, she's got to go in there, she'll be amazing.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, she isn't the Janice I expected at the moment, but it's still early days. I think I was looking back 7 years ago, Jungle Janice.
Era,
Do you know what I mean? But again,
I mean, Bob, in all fairness, though, she has still got it. Let's be fair.
She's still bringing it. Do you know what I mean? So I love her, but if I could live with her, probably not. But she'd make me piss myself.
Let me ask you about Chris, Jen. He received 2 nominations, I think it was. Would you have put Chris up?
Absolutely not. I know nothing of him. I mean, we've heard him say hardly anything. I mean, I don't know if that's the editing or whether he really is just taking a back seat. I suspect. I remember when I was in the jungle for the first few days, I kind of sat back and watched it all happen, and you do kind of get lost then in the show.
Do you think that's what he's doing and he's sitting back and watching and he's going to start playing the game soon, or do you think, actually, this is Chris?
I'm not sure he is going to play, actually.
And I think maybe that's the thing that's a little bit hard, because he's come from a straight actor's background, not straight in the biblical sense, but that's his industry.
Yeah.
I think if you've come from a reality or that kind of background, it probably is a little bit easier. I've obviously not been in the house, but I would imagine for what I do for a living, from yourself, if you know kind of reality, you've got a rough idea.
I just want to see a bit of Burnside.
Some of people though.
Bring out Burnside! You knew! Someone give me that.
You know what? A lot of actors that are hard men or stuff like that on TV, normally in real life they're the opposite.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. A lot of actors. So if he's tough on the bill, then in the Big Brother house, I didn't know his name till today, and I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I haven't heard from him.
Listen, we're going to be talking about this after the break. I will come to you, I promise. But for now, give it up for the panel. Good first. And listen, if you are a super fan of any of our nominees this week, I want to hear from you. So give me a little bell on my bots line on 0333 577 779, and I might be chatting to some of you live on the show tomorrow. And don't leave me with an empty voicemail, because it's just muggy, right? Muggy. Still to come, Denise Robertson, MBE, will be giving our housemates a lesson in anger management, and believe me, they need it. And talking of anger management, someone that could do with some tips is last summer's CBB housemate, Frenchie. She's going to be giving frank opinions on this year's heated discussions. But now, for the first time this series, the nominations are in and the phone lines are open. So, who goes? You decide! You decide. This week, Chris, Daniel, Farah, Janice, Jenna and Stevie and Chloe Jasmine all face the public vote. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 6 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. For Chris, add 03. For Daniel, add 04. For Farah, add 05. For Janice, add 08. For Jenna, add 09. For Stevie and Chloe Jasmine, add 13. Calls to the long number will cost 50 pence plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50 pence. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, listen, I'm going to be bringing you the latest news from the house in just a minute, and I've heard the Americans are planning to sabotage the royal housemate. I told you it weren't all as it seems. But first, would you believe it? Celebrity Big Brother has a surprising fan this year who thinks all the house needs just a little bit of love and understanding. Wait for it. It is the multi-award-winning diva of pop. It's Cher!
Hi, I'm Cher, Academy Award winner, goddess of pop, and huge fan of Celebrity Big Brother. We've got a great season this year. Porn stars, addicts, a fat guy, and a big queen. Kind of like an episode of The Kardashians. I love Janice Dickinson. She has more issues than Vogue. That face has been pulled tighter than Stevie Ritchie's pink underpants. You know, a lot of people were worried when Janice got bit by that bee, but everything's okay. I have it on good authority. The bee's in rehab.
Done.
I think it's the same bee that stuck Farrah Abrams in the lips. Wow. She makes the dentist who shot Cecil the Lion look likable.
I just don't give a fuck.
Hi. And I love Jenna's entrance, but I think thousands of people have loved that entrance.
Fuck you. Pretty much fuck you.
Chloe was all upset about Stevie getting in the hot tub with the two porn stars, as if something was going to happen. They're tramps, not blind.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
And I love Chloe's accent. It's almost as British as Madonna's.
Can you imagine if you spoke like that the whole time?
She talks with her mouth really tight, as if a penis might accidentally fly in.
That actually gets me going.
Austin is so gay, he farts glitter. And every time he gets too close to James, oh, it's so cute, James gets nervous. He has that shocked look on his face like when Britney Spears sees a live microphone. That James is adorable. I'd do him. He makes me want to sing Hallelujah with my downstairs lips. Oh. And one more thing, Rylan, give me back my fucking cannon.
I've not seen that. That was brilliant. And no, you're not getting back the fucking cannon. And guess what? Next week, we've got a material girl who's nothing like a virgin. She's going to be giving us her take on all the action with her good friend Charlie Hides. But now, I'm crazy for you. And so, just to justify my love, it's time to get into the groove. You see where I'm at? It's time for today's news. Sorry about the jokes. At 9:56 this morning, Paul Burrell was forced to share the horrors of his first night in the house with some of the royal servants.
I don't think I haven't slept. I just can't get Janice out of my head.
You'll learn to put her out of your head.
She's like...
Or you'll go mad.
She's like Cruella de Vil.
Precisely.
She's this strange caricature cartoon.
If only she'd have a long Parisian cigarette holder.
I think
it'd be perfect.
I'm going to call her Cruella from now on.
No, I don't know what you mean. Paul, she looks nothing like her. Absolutely nothing like her at all, OK? And look, there she is. OK, maybe she does. Shortly after, and to the delight of the staff downstairs at 10:22, Big Brother turned the tables with a task twist to topple the royals.
Dear Palace staff, to pass this week's shopping task, you have all been told that the Big Brother royal family must maintain a high level of etiquette, manners, and decorum, whilst you, the staff, must dutifully serve them and attend to their every want and need. However, there is more to it than that. Palace staff, this week's shopping task actually lies solely in your hands. In order to win a luxury shopping budget for everyone, you must all use your cunning and smarts to disgrace the Big Brother royal family and bring shame on their impeccable public image. In short, you must bring them down from the inside. Over the next 2 days, Big Brother will give you a series of secret missions designed to expose the Big Brother royal family and make them break the rules they have been told they must adhere to.
So it's all a front, all smiles, niceness, kill 'em with kindness, flirting with the king, that sort of thing.
Farah and Jenna to flirt with the king, eh? Sure, Favreau won't have any problems with that. And later at 12:29, it was time for walkies when Farah, by the request of the royal family, was asked to put another member of the house on a leash. And I'm really sorry, boys, but it weren't Jenna.
I guess the way we have to handle this is we just have to keep going and keep moving.
Listen, we all have kids. We have good patience.
That's it.
It's patience, you know what I mean?
They want you to wrap a rope around the French bulldog and drag it around the garden as if you're walking the dog.
That is not part of her job description. She does not have to do that.
I'm not doing that.
That's a bit.
No.
That's what I was just coming to ask.
Mm-mm.
If someone could take the dog a walk.
That's no. It's a big
You
dog.
don't want to take the dog. It's too big for you.
It's a silver. I sit on it. It's heavy.
Austin can take it for a walk.
Okay.
At
Okay,
His
well, I'm putting
Majesty's
this
request.
It's where you know what the king is like. That's where the king keys, dear.
Okay.
Sometimes.
On a third round, sir.
Yes, very good. Third round is fine.
And if he leaves a little message, make sure you pick it up.
Absolutely.
Farah sits on that dog. And the king pisses in the garden. That's nice. And finally, at 3:01 this afternoon, Big Brother gave the disgruntled staff what they've all been waiting for.
We have to write questions that make them lose their composure, that make them talk about the other members of their royal family and make them argumentative. So, no. This is the thing. It has to seem like it's from the public. It can't be things that we know about them.
Great.
Who are the most fragile in there?
Chloe.
Chloe and Stevie.
Gail.
Okay. Right, now we have to pick on them because they're insecure, and this is the way to do it.
Okay, so,
yeah, right? What are they insecure about?
What the public thinks about them.
So the public are writing this question, think in your heads, to Chloe and or Stevie. What would be the most inappropriate question?
I would say, Chloe, why do you think you're a big enough celebrity to be in the house?
Austin, God, at least she ain't putting on a fake British accent all the time and thinking she's someone she's not. And listen, that was today's news. There you go. Coming up after the break, Denise Robertson, MBE, will be giving her anger management class to the housemates. Do not miss it. I'll see you straight after this break. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Coming up, my favourite agony aunt, Denise Robertson, MBE. She's going to be giving us her top tips on how our housemates should be dealing with their anger issues. If only they could hear us. But now it's time to check in with our royal family, and I've got a feeling that the power has gone a little bit to their heads.
So I'm afraid, as king, it gives me great disappointment. Very unhappy to say this, but unfortunately, Miss Jameson and Miss Dickinson will have to go to the tower immediately.
Right away, sir.
We shall miss you.
She's smoking. Oh, she's smoking.
This is an absolute piss take.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespect. Now that's disrespect.
Jenna, we love you. Everybody in here supports you, and we appreciate you. And we're sorry that you have to wait on this selfish bitch to smoke a cigarette while you get soaked through in the rain. That's not right, Janice. Look at her. She's fucking loving it, too. Unbelievable. Well, Daniel, what are we gonna do? It's not cool.
Anyway, keeping the royal theme, I bring you the Queen of Agony Aunts, Denise Robertson, MBE. Now listen, she can give advice on anything, but I think there is only one thing for Denise to focus on tonight.
Denise does anger management.
Let's talk about the house as a general. Has the house got an anger problem?
I've never known such fury. I mean, the detestation, the mutual hatred that's in there has got to be seen to be believed. And they're not being clever, because actually, if you're sitting at home and you're going to vote, you want to like the person you want to win. And there are very few likeable people in that house.
Especially on this series as well, celebs obviously vote to save as well. So it's about being liked, I suppose. But at the end of tonight's episode, we saw all the Americans turn on Janice. Let's have a little reminder.
Stop telling me what to do, Jenna.
Just
work. Please.
No one's telling you what to do. Do it yourself. You're a big-ass girl.
We've had a good evening. We've had a great evening, a great start. We're not going to spoil this.
You know what? If you don't get over here and wash all the fucking dishes, I'm gonna break every fucking dish. And then don't worry about doing the fucking dishes.
No, what we do is we go and strip her bed of everything so she can't frickin' sleep. If she wants to just
Come on
rest
then,
and
yeah,
relax,
let's do that. Let's do that.
Just
I'd be glad with you.
It's quite uncomfortable, isn't it, to watch? How do you think they're dealing with Janice in there?
Not well, but as she
Take the obvious, Denise. Come on, come on.
As she lives on planet Zog, how do you deal with her?
Well, you tell me, what's the best thing to do with
I would
Janice?
steer clear of her. I mean, if she wants to go to bed, let her go to bed. If she doesn't want to wash the dishes, let her go away. The woman is in a bubble of some kind.
Well, you say that she's in a bubble, and, you know, she's used to being in that, you know, celebrity bubble and people running around after her. Do you think she actually thinks and believes that she should be getting special treatment?
I think that there are some people in there who think that, but I feel compassion for her because I think she is...
Well, unfortunately, Janice can't be with us tonight, but I want to know what advice you would give her if she was here. So you know the drill. Think this morning. Are you ready? Straight down the lens in 3, 2...
Janice, darling, these people are out to get you. Box clever, do what they say, don't make waves, and you'll have a more peaceful life.
Thank you. I believe your next patient is actually in desperate need of your attention, the very angry Farah. Let's focus on the argument with her and James. Farah goes from 0 to 100. I think that's quite easy to say when she gets angry. We saw that argument with her and James when he just looked at her when she was putting lip gloss on it in bed. Let's have a little look at their recent one.
I don't like being stared down when I'm walked by. It's a fucking uncomfortable feeling. So
get over
if you're
yourself.
Right here,
don't
then stop.
Yourself.
Guys, I wasn't talking to both of you.
She's been rude to me. She says comes out with silly things that she won't explain. I don't know whether she fancies me. I don't know. She really, really is hard work, and I'm just getting fucking bored of it, to be honest with you. Like, and she makes me feel uncomfortable at times, to be fair.
So, Denise, let's talk about them both quickly. I mean, James, a lot of people agreed that they thought he really handled himself well during that argument with Farah. Do you think he handled it well?
As well as you can handle an argument with somebody who's totally unreasonable. Very difficult to be reasonable with an unreasonable person.
Well, listen, you know the deal. You know what you're here to do. If Farah was sat here on this sofa, what would you say to her? In 3, 2...
Go to the airport.
I didn't expect it from you. Oh, dear. Let's move on to Austin. Let's be honest, he's argued with almost every American in there. Do you think Austin has got anger issues with the Americans for some reason?
No, I think that he is trying to play a part. You know, he absolutely loves getting his kit off.
He's peacocking, isn't he?
Yes.
He's peacocking.
Absolutely. And I think he thinks that it'll make him popular with the audience if he takes the Americans on.
OK, fair enough. Well, let's have a little reminder, because he had a bit of a Barney with Janice. Let's take another look.
You take a shit in the bathtub, clean
She
it
spent
out.
hours unpacking your stuff, giving you a tour of the
It's not a
house.
shit in the
All
fucking
you've done is wiped your ass since you've been here.
Fuck
you haven't
off.
even picked up a fucking toothbrush. Everybody's done everything.
Did she just spit at him? I just want you to know that, you know, that I was out of line, and I apologize about the names I called.
and I apologize about pantomiming a spit.
Fair enough.
So again, uncomfortable to watch. Unfortunately, Austin couldn't be here tonight. But if he was here on this couch, Denise, you know what to do. In 3, 2...
Stop trying so hard. Just play it cool. Let us find some little corner of you that is likeable. I haven't managed it yet.
Thank you, Denise. Words of wisdom from the nation's favourite agony aunt. But listen, arguments aren't a new thing in Big Brother. Last summer saw some major arguments in that house. Coming to us from Hollywood now is last summer's celebrity Big Brother housemate, Frenchie, who I think could do with a little bit of your advice, darling. Frenchie, are you there?
Yay!
It's Frenchie, everyone! Frenchie, you're wearing pink. Let's have a look at that outfit. You look stunning. Look at, yeah, that's a lot of look in there. Go on, girl. Frenchie, listen, I know you've been watching from the USA, and you know Jenna, don't you? How do you think she's getting on in there?
She's doing okay, but I can tell she's like pretty stressed out, and I think it's a matter of time before she blow up, because she's just taking it like I did. And you know, I don't want to punch, she's gonna blow up. It's gonna be too much. I mean, so much pressure in that house.
Well, Frenchie...
And she has the same problem that I had with food, because I was the only vegetarian in the house. So I also had a problem with everybody taking my food, you know, in the fridge. So...
Good. Frenchie, I've got to ask you, have you ever been to anger management before? Because you did get very angry last year.
But they fuck with me, and like I said before, I'm gonna really like bitches.
Well, Frenchie, you're very lucky because I have got Britain's favourite agony aunt here. So, okay. Denise, you know the score. What would you give Frenchie advice on, and what would you say to encourage her to be a better person? You know what to do. Straight down the lens in 3, 2.
Don't throw the dinner on the floor. It's not a good move, because what do you do next? You made the grand gesture, and then what comes after that? You know, you're stuck. Calm down, darling.
Denise, everyone. Frenchie, how are you feeling after getting advice from, I mean, the nation's most loved agony aunt?
Yeah, you know what? I was really mad, you know, and I'm very, very impulsive, so I just did whatever, like, at that moment, like, came to my mind, and I was so mad, like, they took my vegetarian food. So I'm like, you know what, fuck you bitches, now we really gonna...
Denise, I really think you have changed her life. Like, guys, Frenchie, it's so lovely to speak to you. Give it up for Frenchie. Bye, babe. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a massive round of applause for our favourite agony aunt. It's Denise Robertson, MBE. Love you. See you next week. After the break, I'm going to be talking sex and seduction in the house with the man in the know. He's behind legendary titles such as Ben Behaving Badly. Denise, you... Spicy Girls. Another one. And Yummy Mummies, Denise. It is the legendary porn star Ben Dover. Plus, there's another exclusive coming your way. Me and Denise will see you after this break. You've seen them titles, haven't you? Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, we're just approaching midnight, so I think we can get a bit down and dirty now. Let's cue the porngrams and the lighting. Ben, am I doing this right? Because I'm getting... Do you know what I mean? I've tried it last series, I just don't feel sexual.
Nah. Can I just say, that was wrong on every single level.
Yeah?
Yeah. From beginning, from the moment you started there to the moment you finished here.
Right, can we have a chat after the show?
We'll have a chat.
Yeah, we'll have a chat.
I
just don't feel it.
I know, it's not...
Listen, go on.
I think he's jealous of you.
Oh, Denise, bless your heart. Listen, we're going to be getting down and dirty with the panel in just a minute. We're going to be starting sexual tension and relationships in the house, Ben. It's all going on. But first, if being exclusive is your thing at home, I've got one for you, because earlier on, our very own Jenny Bond went into the house and she stirred a couple of bits up.
BB Royal Family, Lord James and Lady Natasha. In a moment, you are going to take part in an interview with royal correspondent Jenny Bond, who will be asking you a number of questions sent in by the Big Brother viewers.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Jenny, how fun.
Hello. Do come in.
My lady.
Lovely
to
meet you.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Lord James.
Hello, Lord James.
Nice to meet you, Jenny.
Lady Natasha. Lady Natasha.
You look
very kind of you.
Very flattering today.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're
such a charmer. I have to pee.
I want to show you more, because it gets good. So you're just going to have to catch that in tomorrow night's main show. But thank you to Jenny for going in. Now listen, we've got porn stars, we've got a real-life couple and a huge bromance in the house. The sexual tension is rising. So let's start with the bromance between James and Austin. Now, Denise, do you think people are just making a complete mountain out of a molehill with these two? They're obviously mates.
I think there's more sexual tension in the Teletubbies than there was between them.
Believe me, we are trying to book for this show. I'm just putting it out there. Ben, you're the man, you know, to talk about when it comes down to sex. There's no sexual tension there, is there?
I don't think so. They just seem to be... They're just like posing off, aren't they?
Yeah!
They're just... All they're doing is walking around going, well...
I mean, that clip's probably behind you, not the best one to say that, but yeah. Bobs...
Yeah, he has got a nice bum.
He's got a lovely bum. Bobs, do you think the friendship is real, or do you think it could potentially be a bit of a game plan for them both to sort of buddy up?
I'll be genuine with you. I think it is a genuine, real relationship, friendship, because, not being funny, neither of them have got anything to gain from trying to concoct a bromance, you know what I mean? I do believe it's genuine. What I didn't like was a couple of nights ago, Farrah especially, trying to almost make James feel a little bit uncomfortable with it, and I thought, actually, don't change how he's going to act with Austin now, because that's not right.
And it is nice. I think it was Austin that said something, actually. It's actually quite nice that in this day and age, a straight guy is happy to get in bed with a gay guy.
I think that is so refreshing. And for them to have that relationship, I mean, when I say relationship, friendship, you know what I'm saying? And to have that, I think, bring it on.
Good luck to them both.
I can't get enough of it.
Jenny, what are you making of them two?
Two fit guys. I think it's just a friendship, but who knows? I mean, in Big Brother, anything could happen.
That's true. Anything happens.
He could turn.
Let's get on to the actual relationship in the house. Chloe and Stevie. Stop it. Chloe got a little bit teary in tonight's show when sex was brought up. Denise, are you surprised that sex seems to be such an important part of their relationship?
Well, I can't quite make their relationship out. I mean, when she's grooming him, it's too... Oh, no. I don't believe it. Let me put it like that.
Really? You're not into it, no?
No.
Bobs, what are you making of them?
Do you know what I've met them both a couple of times, obviously away from the show, but... So I've obviously never seen them in this environment, but what I found odd was within 3 days, she seems really, really nymph. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact, I thought, darling... Like,
she likes a bit.
She can't get enough, and I thought, hold on, if you went in there as an individual, you wouldn't be able to have it for 3 weeks, let alone 3 days. But after 3 days, even if you had your partner in there, would you really keep going on about it and wanting to...
Ben?
Well, I agree,
Come on, you know.
No, me and Bobby are closer. We're all good.
Oh, we've been closer than close in that green room, right?
All right, Rosie Gaines.
But, I just don't understand it. I mean, it was this whole thing about, you know, everyone in the show's doing, you know, the sex tape thing and all the rest of it. And I think there was some inkling of, you know, about the fact that they've never made a sex tape, thank God. But I've got to be honest, I mean, like I said before, you know, Stevie boy, you are punching so far above your weight, mate. Unless he has got, unless he's packing something really, you know, I'm guessing he's not rich.
Well, you know, they're in love. They're in love, Ben.
Mate, what they ought to do is, right, she should do a sex tape with me, like...
Oh, God!
No, just as a for instance, you know, pick anyone, but, you know, same thing. Right, Stevie can sit in the corner, taking notes, you know what I mean? And...
On that note, let's just give him a clap. We'll just finish the show there, I think. Thank the Lord, that's all we've got time for tonight. And massive thank you to my panel, and I've had to feed your addiction. Head over to 5 Star now. We've got live from the house. And on tomorrow's show, I've got Charlotte